How much is Donald Trump a feckless child when it comes to leadership? Well, in this breaking story, you're going to hear directly from his former national security advisor exactly what I mean. But isn't it kind of amazing over the last week or so that Donald Trump hasn't said one word about one of our biggest adversaries, Russia and Putin, and the attack and war on Ukraine, but instead, Donald Trump wants to pick a fight with Greenland and Canada. But in this breaking story, listen to what Dandy Donnie Jr. says, who just got back from Greenland, about why they should really listen to us and how tough his dad is. Take a listen to this real quick.
Her and that idiot John Bolton, who was so stupid. And I'd be with foreign leaders, and I didn't even have to act tough because they said, look, that moron, John Bolton, he's crazy. Trump is going to go to war with us because the guy's a nut job.
Ambassador John Bolton joins me now. And Ambassador, Trump hired you, of course, about 10 years after you worked for President Bush. Your positions on military action were hardly a secret. What is your response to what you heard tonight?
Well, it's I'm glad I'm still on his mind. And, the comments are typically juvenile. It's yet another demonstration, I think, why he's not qualified to be president. He can't carry on a policy argument. He responds with ad hominem attacks when it suits him.
Yeah, it's remarkable to hear it, given he directly hired you. I remember when you were coming into the White House for job interviews, basically, we'd see you going into the Oval Office. But when you hear that, what Trump said today and repeated about Liz Cheney, can't Donald Trump make an argument against someone's foreign policy views without using violent imagery like, let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her?
Well, I think this is very typical Trump. If you disagree with him, it's not because of some substantive policy disagreement. It's that you're not doing what he wants to do. It's disloyalty. It's really a children's playground kind of approach.
Oh, it gets better. And wouldn't you, if you were a citizen of Greenland, just love to know that the person you're supposed to listen to is Sean Hannity and very energetic Don Trump Jr.?
If you look at Greenland, for example, if the people there are being treated horribly, I would bet the people would probably vote for an alliance with the U.S. And guess what? I think it would be in their best interest.
Well, 100%. I think all of these nations, what we've watched over the last 4 years, Sean, is when America is weak, when we don't have leadership, when in whatever leadership we do have is feckless, the world goes to hell. It crumbles. Dictators take advantage of it. People invade their neighbors. When America leads with resolve and with strength and from the front, we can do amazing things.
So in this breaking story, John Bolton, former national security advisor to Trump in the first administration, is no baby. He's not afraid of being a strong leader. But as the old thing goes, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And here's the breaking story of what John Bolton is trying to do to get Trump to listen and do this the right way. Here you go.
Donald Trump didn't discover Greenland today or back in 2019. It goes back a long way. And the way to resolve it with the government of Denmark and the local government of Greenland is quiet conversations. When Trump says all this stuff publicly, particularly about not ruling out the use of force, he is pushing the democratically elected government of Greenland and the democratically elected government of Denmark into a corner. Makes them harder for them to consider alternative solutions. So it's a real lack of situational awareness.
There's one certain argument to be made about quiet conversations, but he is blatantly refusing to rule out using military force to achieve his goals here.
Yeah. Well, of course, that's my point. If you're the prime minister of Denmark, your NATO ally is refusing to say they're not going to attack your territory, which is what Greenland is.
We all know that if you spend actual time around anyone, especially in close proximity, especially in a leadership role, and especially when you talk about something as difficult as national security, coupled with foreign policy, coupled with the threat or use of military power, much less over peaceful allies that are part of NATO. when you spend that kind of time around someone, I think it's pretty clear that John Bolton calling Donald Trump a child, he's probably one of the people who can really say that, and we should all just go, yeah, we know he is, but when John Bolton knows he is, we might want to all listen. I'd love to tell Trump to stay calm, but he's not going to, because his depends are kicking in, and he's just acting like a cranky little child. Or more notably, I'll just use his son's words. Donald Trump, you're truly just feckless. And you, sir, are the definition of being fake. You guys stay calm, stay frosty.